Hey y'all, I'm Dom Coors. I'm a singer-songwriter from the Texas Hill Country. I do blues and country, and on my spare time I like to build and repair guitars. And that's pretty much what I'm doing with this YouTube podcast channel thing. I don't know what it is. Y'all tell me. Today we're going to be talking about my guitar. This is the first one I ever kind of put together, I guess. I didn't technically build it. Actually, I didn't build it at all. I bought it off of Amazon and I rebuilt it. And so I'm just going to walk y'all through the little bits of it. So first off, and then when I'm done, I've got a little music video I put together for y'all so y'all can hear the tones it gets. So, yeah, let's start at the headstock. We'll just start from the head and we'll work our way down to the tail. Alright, so as you see, I put my own decal on there. It's a Dirt Caster. This is a guitar I bought off of Amazon for $90. Had it shipped to the house, and it came in and was actually really good playing condition. Didn't sound too great electronics wise, but it was a pretty good player. Some of the things I did is first thing I did after playing it for a little while is I cut all the strings off and tore the whole thing apart. I replaced the tuners. I replaced the string trees. They had those cheap little sheet metal ones. I don't know what those things are, but I replaced them with these roller ones. And there's a big reason. If you see, I don't know if y'all can see very well, I have the G string out of the roller tree. All right, and there's a big reason for that. I also put locking tuners on here. These are the Colson, I believe 19-to-1 ratio locking tuners. So it's pretty high end tuners. Next, I cut this bone nut. You can see like pencil graphite. It looks dirty. It's not dirty. It's pencil graphite that's in there. Although my fretboard probably is pretty dirty. The fret ends were fine actually, and if you see, the frets don't actually go to the fret ends. They're like backfilled with like wood filler. So like the slots are cut, but the frets are actually cut smaller than the fretboard, and so it makes for a real comfortable play. So next thing I replaced, you can see I did a lot of replacements. Is I replaced those the strap holders things with strap locks, the Dunlop strap locks. These are mine that I like the most. The pick guard was obviously just a cheap plastic one. I cut a steel pick guard out of it. I really like James Trussart guitars. I can't afford them, so that's kind of why I did that. And I cut it out of a piece of steel, and it's not stainless steel or anything like that. It's just regular steel, and I kind of let it sit out in the sun and get wet and dewy and rusty, and then sealed it up, like give it a light sanding, and then yeah, you can see got a nice little patina finish to it. The electronics I swapped out. This is a Seymour Duncan a Seymour Duncan, it's the Billy Gibbons one. It's the, I'll think of it. And okay, so then we'll move on to the bridge pickup. This is the bridge pickup. It's the 5.2 Tele pickup for also Seymour Duncan. As you see, I also added a rolling bender, which I thought was pretty cool. I swapped out the electronics with an Emerson electronics kit. I had them just like send me the kit all together. I didn't know anything about soldering at the time, and I tried like 3 or 4 different ways to do it, and like 5 or 6 different switches and pot combinations. I used to have it so that I could split this one, but it doesn't do that anymore. It's just standard. What I ultimately went with was just a standard 3-way switch and 2.2K Emerson potentiometers and their little oil and paper capacitor, little oil and paper capacitor. I forget what the value is, but it sounds good, and so that's all that really matters. All right, now you notice this finish isn't exactly a standard guitar finish. It's actually a paper. It's wrapping paper. So what I took some wrapping paper and I cut out the shape and I just spray adhesives it onto the old pre-existing body. And then with the old pre-existing body, it was red, if you can see here where I've kind of worn away the paint that I used to cover it up. By the way, Krylon paint. Krylon paint is not the kind of paint you want to be painting your guitars with. Alright, so let's head back down here. Y'all need to see my ugly mug. Alright, paper. It's paper top, paper back. If you notice, I did a really bad job at the back. Here's the end piece, yeah, right there. And then here's that piece. You kind of, maybe if I back up, you see it. Yeah, it's a little crooked. And by a little, I mean a lot. It's a lot crooked. And so, it's, I don't know, doesn't really matter to me. It still sounds great. And at first glance, it takes a little, you got to look at it pretty good to realize how crooked it is. But the pattern on it is pretty crooked. The pattern on the body, though, kind of turned out really cool. I love how these little spirals kind of came out of it. It's really cool, in my opinion. I like it. I thought it was cool. Okay. All right. And then let's see. I think that's about it. So how about y'all go ahead and give it a listen. Thank y'all so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. I don't have any other videos right now. This is number one. So I hope you enjoyed it. 18th of this month, me and Padre Paul Handelman. Sorry, Paul. Padre Paul Handelman. Padre Paul Handelman. That guy. Really killer singer-songwriter here out of Texas as well. We're going to be doing a little duet show for the good people at Liberty Tree Tavern here in Elgin, Texas. So thank y'all so much. Be sure to, if you like this video, give me a like. If you want your friends to see how cool I am, share me. And I guess that all that stuff really helps. Give me a subscribe, all that stuff. Thank you. Bye.